Well, today we are going to make these 3 different sized Christmas trees for the dolls to display in the dollhouse. Stay tuned and see how fun and easy this project is. All right, these are the pieces to make our little trees out. If we're going to make a set of 3, a large, a medium, and a small. And there are 2 parts to each tree, 3 pieces each to make the 2 units of each tree. I'll show you how to glue the first couple while we talk about the pattern, where to find it, and the rules and such, and why we're doing it out of this paper. And then I'll turn the camera off and finish up off camera. So this is another free pattern. It's available over on my blog post. The link to the blog post for this video is in the description box below the video on YouTube. All you have to do is follow the link to the blog post, and then in the blog post, in the first, I don't remember which paragraph, first couple of paragraphs, there is a link about finding the blog post, and I'll go over the rules there also. But very quickly, you'll get, when you go to the download, you will find 3 different pieces in the download. There will be the pattern as a PNG to use in your electronic cutting machine. There will be a text file to go with that PNG that gives you the sizing and all of that information that you need, and any helpful tips and tricks that I've figured out doing this. The third piece that can be downloaded, that will be downloaded in the file, is a PDF, which you can use for hand cutting if you don't have an electronic cutting machine or prefer not to use that. The pattern is free for you to use as many times as you wish. You can make and sell these little trees for yourself, as gifts, for sale, whatever. I don't care what you do with the trees once you make them. All I ask is that you don't give away or sell my pattern. I spend quite a bit of time working these patterns out and getting them to go together as flawlessly as I possibly can. And the only compensation I get is the little bit of cash that Google and YouTube give me when you click on my blog or my YouTube video. So please, if somebody else wants the pattern, just send them over. Tell them how to find it. They can come over, they can look at the blog, they can download their own, they can watch the video to see how to put it together. It's a small thing to ask, and I just hope that everybody will follow the rules so I can keep doing these, because I really enjoy making these and sharing them with you. So the thing I get asked a lot about is, why am I using white paper when the trees aren't going to be white? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, this is a white medium cardstock. It's a fairly inexpensive material to buy, and by using white and painting it, number one, it saves you from buying packages and packages of cardstock to go with every project. It's easier to match paint to what you want. Also, I find that paint is much more light fast than the colored cardstock. Colored cardstock has a bad habit of fading really badly. So that's a downside for that. The other thing is, once we get these all glued together and we paint them, the paint kind of disguises the fact that you've glued together multiple layers of cardstock to make this look like something that's not cardstock. So that's just makes it look a little more nice. So I am going to turn the camera off. I'm going to glue the rest of these. Once I have them glued, I'm going to put a weight over them. I'm going to put down probably my little ruler and put some kind of weight on top of it that's heavy enough to hold these flat. And then these need to be completely dry, or as close to completely dry as possible, so that they don't peel apart on our next step. So when these are glued and dried, I will meet you back here again. All right, the glue on these is dry. And what you're going to need to do is take some glue. And it will be a little messy, but don't worry. Some of these things generally are. Above the slit, on the one that has the slit at the bottom, I like to put glue on both sides of it. Then on the matching one with the slit on the bottom, It's just easier to get the glue in there now than once it's put together. And I like to use quite a bit of glue here. Come on. And then just slide them together, stand them up. I do like to work on parchment paper for this just in case there's glue on the bottom. Make sure that they are at a right angle, that they cross nice and neatly. Let's do that one more time. But this is a really simple part. It's a pretty simple project, but I think they just look so cute. And I'm seeing these on a lot of Christmas decorating posts on both Instagram and on my YouTube. Everybody seems to be doing these this year. And you've got so many choices when it comes to what color you want to do them to, because some of them are painted with a dark green and some are just left plain wood. So you can do these any color you want. Now off camera, I am going to make sure that these are standing up straight so that they will stand straight when they're done. And I'm also going to double check my angles from the top. But I would have to put my head right in your way if I did that now. Okay. This little one is going to be fiddly, but I just thought it was cute. And there we go. Make sure that those are level and everything's straight, and that glue just needs to dry. So when this is dry, I'll come back and we can paint them. All right, the tacky glue is dried for a couple of hours. I've already done these two. What I've got here is some of that, it's that double-sided tape that you buy where the card making stuff is and the paper crafting stuff. I have purchased it at Dollar Tree a couple of times, so check there. I like this because it's stronger than regular double-sided tape, and it's going to lay flat, unlike our poster tack that we use a lot. And the hardest step on this is actually peeling that paper backing. There we go. Then I like to set it down. I found that worked the best. Set it down and then really push the tree down into it, because this is going to give me a handle so I can pick this up and really paint it and see what I'm doing. Put a little paint out. This is just some bright green from Folk Art. This happens to be multi-surface. And I'll only do one on camera. Now you can paint these any color you want. You could do a green, you could do white, you could leave them white, you could probably paint them a metallic color, you could paint them to look like plain wood. Do what will go in your dollhouse the best. I wasn't feeling very imaginative today, so I decided to just go with this pretty bright green. It goes with some of the other things I've already painted. And then it's just a matter of going around and painting. And by having this on the stick, we can get all the way to the bottom without leaving any gaps. And because it's on the stick, we can pick it up. I can really see, you know, from all angles. If I'm missing anywhere, it just makes it a lot easier. If you need to do more than one coat, go ahead and do that. I will see if this is going to need 1 or 2 coats or what it's going to need. Once the paint is dry on all of them, I'll come back and we can go on to the next step. All right, my paint is dry and I'm going to put a coat of satin Mod Podge on. I've put out a little bit on here just in case. I think this is all dry, but just in case there's a wet spot of paint, I don't want to pick up any and get it transferred into my jar. So I almost always prefer to work from a little bit that's out. I'd rather waste a little Mod Podge on here than take the chance of putting some paint into my Mod Podge. So I'm going to put a clear coat on these. Then when that is completely dry, which since it's getting kind of late, that will probably be tomorrow morning. I'll allow these to dry overnight. And then tomorrow morning we'll pop them off the sticks and take a look. So I'll see you when this is dry. All right, these are dried overnight, and now we simply need to pull them off the tape. And I know I missed a spot on the small one. I saw it last night, but that's okay. Just put your thumbnail on the tape to help hold it down. And now, the advantage of painting them over the tape is it does pull any paint you slop down on the bottom off. But there we go. We have 3 really cute, let's see if I can lay them on their side. There'll be photos over on the blog post, so be sure and go over there. But there we go. I hope you enjoyed today's project. Be sure and go and check the blog post where you can get the free downloadable pattern, any details, and my hints and stuff, and lots of pictures. Thank you very much for watching today, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.